Start the stream, Bob, whenever you're ready.
Very good. Well, happy June, everybody. While our students sit down for the LSAT, even as we speak, the rest of us, liberated from that, get to play TPT. We have the outdoers, the red team, whose captain is Monica. Nice wave, Monica. There she is. V, people still not named Stuart K, and Jed is the captain. There we go. And three reminders to everybody. Everyone must be on camera at all times. Okay, you cannot play unless we see your mug, or in Jean's case, both mugs. We also urge you, how can I put this delicately, to not fuss around with your hands, because we have had some glimmers of concern that people may be, while they're playing, I don't know, opening Facebook or Google or Wikipedia or something, and we want to make sure that everything is on the up and up. Hence the need for the camera. Hence, don't have your eyes move around. Let's see a lot of movement with the hands. It's just you and the knight and the clues, and that will be fine.
I would like to officially say that our team will not object if the T&D team would like to search for answers on Facebook. Any answers you find on Facebook, you're welcome to use.
There'll probably be ads for Viagra anyway. Captains Jed and Monica, remember that the only consultation happens in a steal opportunity, at which point we do ask that all the team members unmute so we can hear the interesting colloquy. But I ask Jed and Monica to give me a thumbs up to this. You will say the words final answer, whether you're going to pass or thank you, or give me an answer, because with all the colloquy, sometimes I jump to conclusions as to what the response is going to be. I need the words final answer. Finally, a reminder to everyone, and this is the warning. If you buzz in a third time in a category, your team loses those points. We have that new rule from last year, which has worked out pretty well. You may only buzz in up to 2 times per category. That's why I will always announce the category and let you know what's going on, so that you can decide to buzz in early or wait for the big point clue. I was going to say big money clues, big point clues at the bottom of the babka. Okay, good luck to both teams. Here we go for our first category, which is pen names. Pen names for 1 point. This author's first published work was Spirits in Bondage, a book of verse written as Clive Hamilton before he wrote Narnia. Jed.
C.S. Lewis.
C.S. Lewis is correct for 1 point. First blood for the blue team. Mildred Benson wrote novels about this young female detective under the pen name Carolyn Keene. Mildred Benson wrote Jed.
Nancy Drew.
Nancy Drew, and the hidden buzzer, hidden from you because you are out of this category. Everybody else on blue and the red team, here we go for 3 points in pen names. We all wear masks in life from time to time. Spy out this pen name of David Cornwell. We all wear masks in life from time to time. Spy out this pen name of David Cornwell. 5 seconds. Time. David Cornwell's pen name is John Le Carré. John Le Carré. And I should have thrown that to scorekeeper Rochelle and webmeister Dan. I will do that hereafter. Did either of you know John Le Carré?
No.
Nope.
Well, let's carry on then. For 4 points in pen names. Comic book writer and guru Stanley Martin Lieber was better known by this, Gene?
Stan Lee.
Stan Lee. Marvelous pen name is correct. Finally, for 5 points. He wrote A Case of Need as Jeffrey Hudson, but used his own name for Disclosure and Rising Sun. Gene.
Crichton.
More specific?
Michael.
Michael Crichton is correct. Could have said Jurassic Park, but then it wouldn't have been worthwhile as a 5-point clue. Okay. Next category, Jed and everybody is back in. Fruity rhyme time. Fruity rhyme time. So get your fruit on for it. 1 point. A frightening maraschino. Jed.
A scary cherry.
Scary cherry is the fruity rhyme. Fruity rhyme time for 2. A criminal honeydew. Gene?
A felon melon.
Yeah, or a melon felon. I'll take that. That's the rhyme. For 3 points. A den where a Bartlett lurks. A den. Miriam.
A pear lair.
That's right. A pear lair for 3 points. For 4 points. A Concord cloak. A Concord cloak. Gene?
A grape cape.
Grape cape is the rhyme. Red team, want to keep the blue team from sweeping the category. Final clue. A shoreline clingstone. A shoreline clingstone. Josh?
A beach peach.
That's right. And the red team does stop that flow with 5 points. Okay. Next, business and industry. We go from fruity rhymes to business and industry for 1 point. It's the USA's #1 office supply superstore. Miriam.
Staples?
Say again?
Staples?
Yes. You put it literally in the form of a question. That's correct for 1 point. Business and industry for 2. This company offers 18,000 new and redesigned cards a year. Many sold, Gene?
Gotta be Hallmark.
That would be Hallmark, is correct. All right, let's put just a pause on because apparently there's somebody at the door.
I guess this was a bad time to send those 10 pizzas to Bob.
Wouldn't that be funny if on Jeopardy itself, if once in a while Alex Trebek just stopped the whole game and said, hold on, there's somebody.
Gotta answer the door, guys.
I thought you were going to say if Alex Trebek just started barking.
That too. That too.
Liven up the joint.
And we're back. Sorry, folks. Can't do anything about that. All right. Business. The Hallmark was correct for 2 points. For 3 points, business and industry. Oh, I didn't know this. In September 1989, Toyota entered the luxury car market with this brand's ES.
Lexus.
Lexus is right. ES250 and LS400. I did not know that Toyota owned Lexus. Live and learn. Okay. Business and industry for 4. In 1992, Play School revamped this construction set by replacing its wooden sticks and spools with plastic parts. Josh?
Lincoln Logs.
Incorrect. Break for the blue team. In 1992, Play School revamped this construction set by replacing its wooden sticks and spools with plastic parts.
I've got no idea, yo.
Pretty sure it's Tinker Toy.
If I had to guess I would guess Tinker Toys, but I'm not.
Plus 1 to that. Tinker
All right.
Tinker
Bob,
like
Tinker Toy, final answer.
Tinker Toys is correct for 4 points. Finally, 5 points. Business and industry. Muralist Jennifer Joseph was the face on this torch lady who represents this film company. Muralist Jennifer Joseph was the face of the torch lady who represents Jed.
Paramount?
Incorrect. A break for the red team. I'll say it again. Muralist Jennifer Joseph was the face on the torch lady who represents this film company. Red team, consult.
I can see it, but I'm blanking. Sharp?
I got nothing. I feel like I can see it too, but I it's not coming to me.
Actually, you know, want to take?
Yeah. Think we're going to pass. Abby, you got anything?
So is that your final answer?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Rochelle, Dan?
I don't know, Universal?
I think it's,
Universal is the globe.
can I guess?
Yeah.
Universal's the globe. Paramount is the stars around with the mountain.
With the mountain, yeah.
Right. Columbia.
Columbia is right, yes. One who looks like Jane Alexander, but no points there. That was a triple stumper on the show for what it's worth. Okay, at the end of the first three categories, blue team a solid lead, 27-1, but we got lots more clues ahead. Get aggressive to buzz in on this and that, this and that. For 1 point, on this scale, normal human body temperature is 37 degrees. On this scale, normal, Miriam?
Celsius?
Celsius is correct for 1 point. For 2 points, in 1935, Malcolm Campbell became the first man to drive over 300 miles per hour on these Utah salt flats. Brian? Time.
Yeah.
Blue team, in 1935, Malcolm Campbell became the first man to drive over 300 miles per hour on these Utah salt flats.
How do y'all feel about Bonneville?
Yeah, Bonneville. Yeah.
All right, Bonneville, final answer, Bob.
Bonneville salt flats, Brian, I know is on the tip of your tongue. Okay, for 3 points in this and that. It was the last year that was evenly divisible by 4, but wasn't a leap year. It was the, Gene?
1900.
Very good. That was a triple stumper on the show.
Because you skip every 1,000 years, there's an exception to the exception.
I skip every 1,000 years whenever possible. 1900 is correct. For 4 points, this and that. In 1240, the year 1240, skipping a few thousand years here, in 1240, the city of Pisa put this math man on salary. Maybe in the 3rd year, they gave him the sum of his pay in the first 2. Miriam?
Fibonacci.
Leonardo Fibonacci is correct. The Fibonacci series, nicely done. That was another triple stumper on the show. Now for 5 points. Richard Wagner adapted a story by Heinrich Heine to create this nautical opera. Richard Wagner adapted a story by Heinrich Heine to create this nautical opera. 5 seconds. Time. Rochelle, Dan?
Nope.
What is Titanic the musical?
No, 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 it was De Vliegende Hollander, otherwise known as the Flying Dutchman.
That was my second guess.
The Flying Dutchman. But
Melanie would be very disappointed in us.
you all know the answer in question. The answer is 9W. Do you spell your name with a V, Herr Wagner? That the same question has the answer 4Q. Okay, our next category is Mark. Marks, sorry, Marks plural. That's M-A-R-X, Marks. For 1 point, Marx. When Marx and his pal Engels published this pamphlet in 1848, they made Europe see red. Gene?
The Communist Manifesto.
That was the pamphlet for 1 point. You can get it for free online now. For 2 points. As editor of Germany's new Rheinische Zeitung, Marx repeatedly called for war with this country. And is that irony? Miriam?
Russia.
He called for war with Russia. That's 2 points. 3 points in Marx. Banished from Germany and expelled from Paris in 1849, Marx moved to this city, his home for the rest of his life. Banished from Germany and expelled from Paris, Jean?
I think it was London.
No, it was Pasadena. No, London is correct. And in fact, you can go to the British Museum and see the chair that he habitually sat in. 4 points. Also the things he scrolled with a penknife into the desk. KM loves, anyway. For 4 points in Marx. According to Marx, the creation of a classless society would be preceded by the dictatorship of this class. According to Marx, the creation of a, Miriam?
The proletariat.
The proletariat is correct for 4 points. And now for 5 points, and everybody but Miriam. This 1867 Marx masterwork has been called, quote, the Bible of the working class, unquote. This 1867 Marx masterwork has been called, quote, the Bible of the working class, end quote. Monica.
The Capital.
The Capital or Das Kapital is correct. Triple stumper on the show. That's 5 points. Finally, what better to follow Marx than Lenin, Lennon. For 1 point, this idealistic solo hit by John Lennon says, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. Jed.
Imagine.
Correct for 1 point. Lennon for 2. 1980s double fantasy has songs about Yoko, such as Woman, and about him, Beautiful Boy, Darling Boy. Miriam.
John.
Sean Lennon is correct. For 3 points. John and Yoko's favorite area of Central Park was officially named this in 1981 after a Beatles. Gene?
Strawberry Fields.
Strawberry Fields is right for 3 points. 4 points. Lennon. John admitted in the lyrics of this song, but now these days are gone. I'm not so self-assured. Miriam.
Help.
Help is right. And you're out of this category for 5 points. When the phrase pools of sorrow, waves of joy came to John Lennon, he couldn't rest until he'd written this song. When the phrase pools of sorrow, waves of joy came to John Lennon, he couldn't rest until he'd written this song. 5 seconds. Time. Rochelle, Dan?
Across the Universe.
Yes. Across the Universe. The title of a very underappreciated movie. Can we take just a quick break?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, just 1 second.
Hold your thought.
Just wondering if we should shut the door and get some chirps today. Well, where's the door? She's there. Yeah.
I just recently discovered the Beatles channel on
Sirius XM.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I got a new car and it came with a free membership for 3 months to Sirius XM.
Yep.
I guess this is how they hook you because now it's close to the end of 3 months.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, well now I have to.
Well, they do that, Gene, and then they charge you $8.99 for like the next 6 months, and all of a sudden it jumps to $21.99. Like
Well,
it's impressive the way.
If I can be disciplined, so yeah, I got like that intro rate and it was like $8.99. If I can be disciplined enough to cancel the membership before it, because it's not worth $22 a month.
Okay.
Not at all.
We are back. At the end of the first half, we have a score, well, commanding lead, 57-4 for 6 people not named Stuart. Stuart Klein, no, that was the critic for Stuart Kavinsky, of course. SK. Now we go to our double Jeopardy round. And as I always like to say, the points are doubled and the scores can really change. We're going to start with Mad Men. Mad Men. For 2 points. Good luck to you. Crowned at Rheims in October 1380, this country's Charles the Mad suffered 44 bouts of insanity during his reign. Crowned at Rheims, Miriam?
France.
France is correct, Charles the Mad. 4 points. In the 1980s, growing broadcast empires had help from, quote, the mad monk of deregulation, unquote, Mark Fowler of this commission. In the 1980s, Josh?
The FCC.
The FCC is correct, Federal Communications Commission. We accept both the acronym and the name. For 6 points. The explosive devices planted by George Metesky aka This, scared New Yorkers for 16 years, but luckily killed no one. The explosive devices planted by George Metesky, aka This, scared New Yorkers for 16 years, but luckily killed no one. 5 seconds. Travis.
Mad Bomber.
He was known as the Mad Bomber, right? Very good. Created by a term created by the Daily News, I believe. 8 points in Mad Men. This general's reckless courage at the 1779 night assault that took Stony Point earned him this nickname. This general's reckless courage at the 1779 night assault that took Stony Point earned him this nickname. Time. Rochelle, Dan?
Is that Mad Anthony?
Mad Anthony Wayne, correct. General Mad Anthony Wayne, correct. Finally, nice, Dan. You give yourself 8 points, will you?
Will do.
Finally, 10 points. This country's Ibrahim the Mad had hundreds of the women in his harem drowned in the Bosphorus. This country's Ibrahim the Mad had hundreds of the women in his harem drowned in the Bosphorus. Miriam.
Turkey.
Turkey is correct. That's where the Bosphorus is. Okay. Now we go to our next category, which is raise a glass. And A, the letter A is in quotes. So raise a glass as follows for 2 points. Sip some Campari or Dubonnet before dinner, and you're having this appetite-stimulating drink. Jed?
Aperitif.
Aperitif is correct for 2 points. For 4 points. The Tokyo headquarters building of this company is supposed to look like a glass of beer with a head. The Tokyo headquarters, Abnia.
Anheuser-Busch.
No, nice guess though. Over to the blue team, I'll repeat it. The Tokyo headquarters building of this company is supposed to look like a glass of beer with a head.
Japanese beer, right? I got Kirin, but that doesn't start with an A.
Yeah, there is one that starts with an A, but I don't quite remember it.
All right, well then we should just pass. It's all right. We pass, Bob. Final answer.
Okay, and Ania, Anheuser-Busch was the wrong answer on the show, but the correct answer is one of my favorite beers, Asahi. Asahi beer. Triple stumper on the show though, so no harm, no foul. 6 points for raise a glass. Several Scandinavian countries produce this strong liquor. Aalborg is a product of Denmark. Brian?
Aquavit.
Aquavit is correct. Another triple stumper on the show. Well done, red team. 8 points. This drink with a dangerous reputation is often mixed with sugar. Jed?
Absinthe.
Absinthe makes the heart grow fonder, and that's 8 points. And finally, 10 points. Raise a glass, A in quotes. Often compared to cognac, this French brandy is only distilled once, so it's not as strong. Miriam?
Armagnac.
Armagnac is correct. Okay. Our third category, excuse me. State capital birthplaces. State capital birthplaces. I will give you some people. Actually, I think, yes, 1 or 2 people. And you will give me the state capital where they were born. Okay? No, Jed says it looks unlikely. All right. No, I think you'll get some of these. Here we go. For 1 point. 2 points. Arthur Fiedler and Rose Kennedy. Arthur Fiedler, Gene?
Boston.
Yes. Rose Kennedy, of course, associated with Boston. Arthur Fiedler associated with the Boston Pops. See, they give you a help here. 4 points. Dick Cheney and Bob Kerrey. Dick Cheney and Bob Kerrey. Time. Oh, my goodness. Rochelle, Dan?
The capital of Wyoming or
I was going to guess Cheyenne, but wasn't
Cheyenne was
wasn't
my
confident.
guess too.
Excuse me. No, I think the better giveaway was Bob Kerrey, who was senator from Nebraska. So Lincoln, Nebraska was Lincoln, Nebraska. Was a triple stumper on the show. So there you go. For 6 points, James Dickey and golfer Bobby Jones. James Dickey and golfer Bobby Jones. Time. Anybody? No points involved, just pride.
I don't even know the state.
I want to say it's Atlanta.
Well, that you should. It's a little late, Miriam, but it would have been a good guess. Yes, Atlanta is correct. James Dickey is the author of Deliverance, which of course was set in Georgia. And Bobby Jones had a Southern accent. I don't know. Okay, here we go now for 8 points. Samuel Colt and Katharine Hepburn. Miriam.
Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh my goodness, how did you know that? That's right. You old poop.
Okay, you picked this board just so you could do your Katharine Hepburn.
I didn't, but it would have been a good idea at the time. Okay, finally for 10 points. I wondered if you ever wondered if I slept with your father. His arms were large and hairy, and every night it was Jeffrey, Jeffrey. Here we go for 10 points. Pulitzer Prize winner, William Kennedy. Pulitzer Prize winner, William Kennedy. Time. Yes, this whole category was triple stumpers on the show. Anybody? Oh my goodness.
Is
No,
it Albany?
Say?
Is it Albany?
Yes, he is the Bard of Albany, wrote Ironweed, and his stories are all, his novels are all set in Albany. Okay, get rid of that one. And this one I think we'll have more luck with. The category African American actresses. African American actresses for 2 points. Viola Davis and Octavia Spencer won high praise for their roles as maids in this, Gene.
Great movie, The Help.
The Help, excellent movie. I watch it over and over again. I love it. For 4 points. This beauty became the first African-American woman to win the Best Actress Oscar for her role in Monsters Ball. Gene?
Halle Berry.
Yes, and wait till you see her kick butt in John Wick Chapter 3. I saw it yesterday. She is fantastic in it. Should have given her another Oscar all over again. That's right. Gene's out of the category. African-American actresses for 6. In 2008, this Tina Turner portrayer checked into the ER as Dr. Miriam?
Really hope it's Angela Bassett.
Yes, Dr. Kate Banfield. She played Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? Rather well, too. For 8 points. In 1974, she won 2 Emmys for her starring role in The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. In 1974, she won 2 Emmys for her starring role in The Autobiography of Miss Jane Pittman. 5 seconds. Josh, just in time.
Cicely Tyson.
That is correct. Cicely Tyson, the great, still with us, still amazing. I saw her on stage a few years ago, still amazing. For 10 points in African-American actresses, Loretta Devine, one of the original Broadway Dreamgirls, played Dr. Weber's wife, Adele, on this medical drama. Josh, did you buzz in?
I did. Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy is right for 10 points. Okay. Blue team still has a solid lead, 117 to 28, but we have 2 more categories left, one of which is Reach for the Stars. Reach for the Stars for 2 points. Regal, a blue supergiant, represents the foot of this hunter. Regal, a blue supergiant, represents the foot of this hunter? Travis.
Orion.
Orion is right for 2 points. Another movie company, but not Torch Lady. For 4 points. This dog star is the brightest star in the night sky. Gene?
Sirius.
Sirius is right for 4 points. 6 points. The constellation Scorpio was originally larger, but the Romans took the stars that formed the claws and made a new constellation. This one identified with justice. Miriam?
Libra.
Libra is correct. Thus forestalling me from having to read the damn thing over again. Thank you. 8 points. Mizar, M-I-Z-A-R, or Mizar, is the middle star in its handle. Mizar or Mizar? Gene?
Big Dipper.
Big Dipper is right. You are out of the category, I believe, for 10 points. A Y-shaped group of 4 stars depicts a water jar in this constellation. Jed?
Aquarius.
That's right, for 10 points. Aquarius is correct. And our final category is a little bit of wordplay that this is actually, Rochelle, the reason I picked this board, because I just love this last category. Partial opposites. Partial opposites. Okay, Josh, you have to mute. Partial opposites for 2 points. This movement to appreciate cooking done with care was founded to counter the let's grab a burger lifestyle. Brian?
Slow food movement.
Slow food, that's the partial opposite for 2 points. For 4 points. It's a jocular term for a right-handed pitcher. It's a jocular, Gene?
A northpaw.
Northpaw is right. Triple stumper on the show, but that's the partial opposite. For 6 points. Someone who works with tin, as opposed to someone who works with iron, as in horseshoes. Someone who works with tin, as opposed to someone who works with iron, as in horseshoes.
Oh.
Time.
I forgot to buzz in.
You forgot to mute too. But either way, it is whitesmith. A whitesmith is the partial opposite. For 8 points. The OED says that this 12-letter adjective, meaning definitely not amazed and impressed, dates back to the 1950s. The OED, Jed?
Nonplussed.
Incorrect. Break for the red team. I'll repeat it. The OED says this 12-letter adjective, meaning definitely not amazed and impressed, dates back to the 1950s.
Could it be underwhelmed? Is that 12 letters?
Yeah, I mean, sounds good to me. Yeah?
Sure.
That works.
Right. Final answer, underwhelmed.
Underwhelmed is correct. Yeah, nonplussed is only 10 letters, Jed, and is not a partial opposite. Finally, for 10 points, final clue in the category, partial opposites. In January 2012, President Obama praised companies bringing jobs back to America, saying they were doing this. Miriam?
Insourcing?
Insourcing is right. And a decisive win for people still not named Stuart K, 153-38, but we had some laughs and a little fun. You got to hear my dog bark. And all in all, a nice start for the week. Thank you, everybody.
TND, nice game.